Welcome back to Sketchy Facts, the channel where the world's weirdest, creepiest, and most surprising stories in nature science come to life. From shrimp with bubble guns to penguins with shady business deals, we cover it all. And today, we're heading into the rainforest, where a fungus doesn't just infect ants, it turns them into zombies. So let's jump right into it. Ants are some of the hardest working creatures on the planet. They build massive colonies, forage for food, defend their territory, and work together with incredible precision. But in the rainforests, there's something lurking that can take all that teamwork and twist it into pure horror. A parasite so strange, so effective, it doesn't just kill ants, it turns them into zombies. And yes, this is 100% real. The culprit is a fungus with the long name of Ophiocordyceps unilaterus. Most people just call it the zombie ant fungus. When its spores land on an ant, they don't just sit on the surface, they dig in. Slowly, silently, they spread through the ant's body. And here's the sketchy part: the ant doesn't die right away. Instead, the fungus takes control. Imagine a puppeteer pulling invisible strings, hijacking the ant's movements. Pretty soon, the ant starts acting wrong. It stops following the colony's lines, it wanders off alone, then almost like it's possessed, it climbs. Higher, higher, and higher it goes. Up a plant stem, up a tree, into the perfect spot for the fungus to finish its work. And then it bites down. Scientists call it the death grip. The ant locks its jaws into a leaf or a twig, and once it's stuck in place, that's when the fungus kills it. But the nightmare is just beginning. From the back of the ant's head, a stalk starts growing. Slowly, this strange growth pushes outward until it's pointing out at the forest floor. And when it's ready, it bursts, releasing a cloud of spores. Those spores drift downward, right where other ants are marching below. Each one has potential to start the cycle all over again. This isn't random, it's strategy. By forcing the ant to climb before it dies, the fungus makes its spores spread further and hit more victims. And by hijacking just a few workers, it weakens the colony's ability to function. One dead ant doesn't matter much, but dozens or hundreds slowly being picked off, that does devastate a colony. And here's where it gets even creepier. Some ant colonies know about the threat. Scientists have seen some ants moving from foraging trails to avoid spore zones, and in some cases, healthy ants will carry infected nestmates far away to protect the colony. It's like their version of quarantine. The zombie ant fungus is found mostly in tropical forests, where conditions are perfect for it to thrive. It doesn't infect humans, but for ants, it's a nightmare they can't escape. Colonies only adapt, evolve, and hope they don't get caught under the next shadow of the next infected stalk. If this sounds familiar, that's because it actually inspired fiction. The fungus was a direct influence on the zombie outbreak in The Last of Us. Except in that world, it jumps from ants to humans. Thankfully, that part's science fiction, for now. But nature didn't need Hollywood's help to write this horror story. And ants aren't the only ones falling victim to creepy parasites. Nature has plenty of nightmare fuel to go around. Take the cricket and the horsehair worm. Once the worm is fully grown inside, it manipulates the cricket to leap into water, basically forcing it to drown so the worm can crawl out and continue its life in the pond. Then there's the mouse infected with Toxoplasma gondii. Normally mice run for their lives when they smell a cat, but when this parasite gets inside their brain, it rewires their fear response. Suddenly, the mouse isn't scared at all. In fact, it's attracted to the smell of cat urine. And of course, that makes it easy prey. And we can't forget the crab and the parasitic barnacle, Succulenta. This parasite injects itself into the crab's body, spreads through like it roots, and then hijacks the crab's hormones. It literally tricks the crab into caring for the parasite's eggs as if it were its own. That's like a biological home invasion and forced adoption rolled into one. So yeah, ants aren't the only ones being zombified. Parasites seem to have a mastered mind control in ways that are as effective as they are terrifying. So the next time you see ants marching in a neat little line, remember, Some of them might not be working for the colony anymore. They might already be under control of something far darker, carrying out the final orders of a fungus that knows exactly how to win. Subscribe for more sketchy facts.